Can you ride a piglin in Minecraft? Can a sulfur cube change colors like a sheep? Those are just a few of the Minecraft myths we'll be testing in today's video. If you have any other Minecraft myths, leave them in the comments and I'll test them in the next episode. If you enjoy the video, leave a like and subscribe with notifications turned on. Let's get started. If you place a lot of dirt blocks around yourself, you'll see a flower pattern. To test this myth, I created a brand new flat world. In the world settings, I removed the grass layer. After spawning in, I started searching for the flower pattern. It took me a while, and the slimes were really annoying. But after a few minutes, I finally found it. Look, you could definitely say that's a flower pattern. It doesn't have a stem, but it's still a flower. Myth confirmed. The Nether is flat in a flat world. Interesting myth. If it were true, you could build some amazing things there. To test it, I grabbed some obsidian in my flat dirt world and started building a nether portal. Those slimes were so annoying. Then I grabbed flint and steel from creative and lit the portal. And let's go through. Unfortunately, the Nether is completely normal. Mojang, please change this. Myth busted. If you set yourself on fire and jump into a cauldron filled with snow, the snow will turn into water. Interesting myth. Does Minecraft actually simulate snow melting when it puts out fire? Let's find out. I have a bucket of powder snow and a cauldron. I placed the cauldron and filled it with powder snow. I threw the unnecessary items out of my inventory. Next, I grabbed flint and steel from creative. I used the flint and steel to create a fire. Then, I switched to survival mode. I jumped into the fire and then straight into the cauldron. It worked! The cauldron put out the fire and the snow melted into water. But what happens if I jump in again? The water level went down a little. Let's do it one more time. Yes, the water completely evaporated. Myth confirmed. If lightning strikes a pig, it turns into a piglin. To test this myth, I'll use the summon lightning bolt command. The lightning will strike right next to me while I'm standing beside a pig, and we'll see if the myth is true. I found a pig in my new Minecraft world and walked up to it. I typed the command. It worked. The poor pig turned into a piglin. Let's test it one more time. Yep, it works. Myth confirmed. If lightning strikes a pig while you're riding it, the pig will turn into a zombified piglin, and you'll be riding it. To test this myth, I'm grabbing a pig spawn egg, a saddle, and a carrot on a stick from creative. Now let's spawn the pig. Hi, little pig. Are you about to become a piglin? I put on the saddle, and let's ride. The carrot on a stick lets me control the pig. Now I'll use the /summon lightning_bolt command so the lightning strikes while I'm riding it. Here we go. It worked! I'm riding a piglin. Hi, piglin, but can I still control you with the carrot on a stick? Unfortunately not. I'm just sitting on the piglin's head. You can use this to troll your friends on multiplayer servers. Myth confirmed. Wearing a creeper head makes creepers notice you from a shorter distance. To test this myth, I decided to build a small testing track. First, I trapped a creeper inside barrier blocks. Unfortunately, I built it wrong, and the creeper escaped. So I switched to survival mode and summoned another creeper with a command. I slowly walked toward it and it started moving toward me. I marked the exact block where it noticed me. It was 16 blocks away. Creepers detect players from 16 blocks. Now, it's time to test the myth. I put on a creeper head, summoned another creeper, and here we go. It worked. I got closer than 16 blocks and the creeper didn't attack me. Now let's see from how far it can actually detect me while I'm wearing the creeper head. Unfortunately, it escaped. I summoned another one. Stay where you are. On the next attempt, the creeper noticed me from about 6 blocks away. After the explosion, I wasn't completely sure about that result, so I decided to test it one last time. This time it worked. The creeper noticed me from about 5 blocks away. At least that's what my testing showed. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Either way, the myth is confirmed. Creepers notice you from a much shorter distance when you're wearing a creeper head. If you name a sulfur cube Jeb_, it will glow in different colors. To test this myth, I grabbed an anvil, renamed a name tag to Jeb_, and summoned a sheep. First, I'll test it on the sheep. Hi, little sheep. You're about to become colorful. Don't run away. Look, its wool is changing colors. Now let's test it on a sulfur cube. I grabbed a sulfur cube spawn egg from creative and spawned it. Hi, sulfur cube. Are you going to become colorful? Don't turn around. All right, let's use the name tag. Unfortunately, it doesn't change colors like the sheep. What a shame. That would have been a really cool feature. Myth busted. You can launch a sulfur cube with lit TNT inside it over a long distance using a spear, and the TNT will still explode. To test this myth, I grabbed a sulfur cube, a spear, TNT, and flint and steel from creative. Let's spawn the sulfur cube. Hi, little sulfur cube. You're about to explode. Here's some TNT for you. Do you like it? All right, let's light it. Now, I'll hit it with the spear. It worked, but it didn't fly very far. Let's try again. I'll hit it with the spear. Oh, I forgot to light the TNT. One last try. Don't move. Here's your TNT. Lighting it, and now the spear. Wow, that one flew pretty far. Sorry, cows, but the myth had to be tested. Myth confirmed. Now you can build a TNT launcher on your Minecraft server and maybe blow up your friend's house. You can kill a sulfur cube with a block inside it by setting it on fire. Let's spawn a sulfur cube. Now I'll give it a block and hit it. As you can see, I can't kill it now. Wow, you're jumping around so fast, little guy. A sulfur cube with a block inside it is invincible. Now let's test the myth. I'll set it on fire. It's burning! It worked! Oh no, the baby sulfur cubes caught on fire too. Be careful, little guy. At least I managed to save one of them. Myth confirmed. Oh no, little guy, why are you walking into the fire? These sulfur cubes never learn. If you land on a sulfur cube with a hay bale inside it, you won't take fall damage. Alright, here's a sulfur cube with a hay bale inside it. I'll place a normal hay bale next to it for comparison. Move over, sulfur cube. You're standing in the wrong spot. First, I'll switch to survival mode and jump onto the normal hay bale. I survived. I only lost one heart. Now it's time to test the myth. Before I jump, let me know in the comments. Do you think I'll take damage? Here we go. Oh no, I died. Myth busted. Landing on a sulfur cube with a hay bale inside it deals the same fall damage as landing on a normal block. Zoglin's attack armor stands. Alright, I'm grabbing some armor stands from Creative. I'll place 4 armor stands and give them iron, gold, diamond, and netherite armor. Let's add some Steve heads to make them look better. Now let's see if Zoglins will attack my little army of Steves. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Now I'm grabbing a Zoglin spawn egg from Creative. Hi Zoglin! Look, it went straight for the diamond Steve. Let's spawn a few more Zoglins. And even more! They all attack the Steves. I wonder if Hoglins attack armor stands too. Now I'm grabbing a Hoglin spawn egg from Creative. Nope, the Hoglins are just shaking. Poor Hoglins. Are you cold? The Zoglins attack the armor stands, so the myth is confirmed. You can mine Nether Gold Ore with a wooden pickaxe. To test this myth, we're heading to the Nether. I'll build a Nether portal, light it with flint and steel, and let's go through. I found some Nether Gold Ore. Now I'm grabbing a wooden pickaxe from Creative. I wonder if this will actually work. What do you think? First, I'll switch to survival mode, and let's start mining. Skeleton, stop bothering me. I'm testing myths here. Alright, I got away from the skeleton and found another Nether Gold Ore. Let's try again. It worked. I'll mine these 2 blocks next to it as well. They work too. I'm actually a little surprised. You can't mine regular gold ore in the overworld with a wooden pickaxe, but you can mine Nether Gold Ore. Myth confirmed. You can fill a cauldron with lava underwater. To test this myth, I grabbed a lava bucket and a cauldron from Creative. I found a lake. Oops, I placed the cauldron in the wrong spot. Let's go a little deeper. I placed the cauldron and tried pouring in the lava. Nope, it just created obsidian. Maybe I clicked in the wrong place. Let's try again. This time I'll go even deeper. Alright, I placed the cauldron and climbed inside it. I clicked and nothing happened. More obsidian. One final attempt at the bottom of the lake. I'm standing inside the cauldron. Oh, something worked. Never mind, it's just obsidian again. At least I'm trapped inside the cauldron. What if I try adding water while I'm stuck inside? It worked! So, you can't normally fill a cauldron with lava underwater unless another block is blocking it. Myth busted!